the love, so now I'm doing what I want.
I did it for the love of the shit.
Doing it for the love, so now I'm doing what I want.
I did it for the love of the shit.
Hip hop and rap, yeah, that's where my heart's at. Doing it for the love. Doing it for the love, so now I'm doing what I want.
What's up, everybody? Tony Cutillo here for the DFS Blend Draftkings Watch and Locks. Like to go live every night, somewhere between 5 and 6:30. Now, again, you will have to adjust your lineups accordingly because in the NBA, they have not done us any favors when we talk about injuries and last-minute substitutions. So we will have to make note of that as we go on with this. But tonight, I really like the lineup. I'm going, what's up, Adam? As always, checking in. Mike, what's up, man? I changed the colors. Do a little green tonight for some money, man. Trying to make some money because last night, not a good night, boys. Not a good night. Only went 1 for 3 for the gambler picks that I do every day. So tonight went 4 play today. I went the Friday 4 play, and no pun intended. Okay, trying to make this a PG show. Okay, but I went 4 for 4. Trying to go 4 for 4 tonight, and 2 big values for me tonight. Number 1 is Kenneth Bazemore. I love Bazemore in Golden State. I brought him up a long time ago. Honestly, I brought him up a long time ago. Said he was a very consistent guy. And if you look at his overall numbers, they've been fantastic. He's only not been in double digits one time this year. Okay, and that's for a guy like Kenneth Bazemore to play on that Golden State team. Now, he did get a lot of minutes last game because of Draymond Green not playing, but still, he's consistently in double figures, and he's always in that 3,200 to 3,600 range. So when you see the lineup tonight, you'll understand why I like Kenneth Bazemore. Another guy I like is Derek Favors. He's another value at 3,200. Okay, he is consistently in double figures as well. Last 4 games, he's 100% for free throw land. Okay, and then he's absolutely only missed 1 shot from the field in 4 games. So Derek Favors is hot off the bench for Utah, playing on the best team in the NBA. So you have to look at Derek Favors at 3,200. I think he's an absolute steal at that number. So I started my lineup like I do every day with the gambler picks from at Fox PHL Gambler. So if you don't know it already, do all the fancy work for the gambler, right? Vic, is this on? I'm not sure. Is this on? I see you, Vic, if you see me. So if I do the picks every day, about 350-ish, we throw them out. I tweet them out as well. It's usually a 3 play. Today I did a 4 play. And then I'll build the rest of the lineup based on those 3 or 4 picks on the DFS blend here. The DraftKings Watch and Locks brought to you by the Heat Ratio Sports Network. So you see the lineup of games we have: Warriors, Magic, Nuggets, Cavs, Hawks, Celtics, Bulls, Sixers, Pistons, Grizzlies, Thunder, Bucks, Suns, Pelicans, Raptors, Wolves, Jazz, and Clippers. Yeah, Adam, I was just going to get into that. I'm glad you asked that. Which game do you think is going to be high scoring? I honestly, listen, I think that Bucks and Thunder game is going to be high scored. I think the Bucks really laid an egg last night, kind of screwed me up a little bit, especially with Chris Middleton. Didn't do too well, but I think they're going to bounce back tonight. Them and the Thunder are going to go, back and forth. Even though the Thunder, they're playing with a lack of talent, so to speak. But I like that game. I actually like the Pistons and the Grizzlies to score a lot of points as well. So just. Did you say the 3 yet? Just got on, won me. Oh, no, Vic, my man, 750. I'll tell you what, I won a bet too, only 150 last night, but I was happy about that too. So I put some money on the area Fox prop. So I really, really, I like that. So LeBron, Van Fleet, and Hero. Oh, man, I like that, man. Yeah, listen, last night for me, I had Van Fleet and Hero in my top 3. Now, again, I picked just so you know, Vic, I don't know if you follow me, but if you do, give me a follow. If you, or I say, if you don't, give me a follow. Check out the Heat Ratio Sports YouTube page where the content is as well. But I always give a pick that is a high tier guy, a mid tier to low tier. So last night, my low tier was Whiteside, who didn't do too well. But I did have Tyler Hero as my mid pick, and Van Fleet was my number one pick. So they did okay. Hero was very good. Van Fleet, I expected more. I know he got 40, but I wanted 50 from my boy Fred. So tonight we are going to start. Yes, nice, my man. Yes, those three plus Giannis you recommended. Oh man, Vic, I appreciate it, buddy. So let's hope we can win some more money tonight. Right, best value play tonight. Best value play tonight. I'm telling you right now. There's values all over the slate. I love Ja Morant tonight. Again, I love Ja Morant. Ja Morant has not moved in the last 3 games. He's only 7,400. Okay, and you're going to see he's in my lineup. So he's only 7,400, and his 3 out of his last 4 games, 54, 46, and 42, going up against Detroit. Now, Detroit probably couldn't stop me or you. Jeremy Grant's going to be scoring. Bay is a really good value as well tonight, 5,600. So if you like Sadiq Bay in Detroit, very good value. I wouldn't pay up for Jeremy Grant, to be honest with you. 7,500. I'd lay $200 more and start CP3 for 7,500, or I would drop $100 and I would go with Ja Morant. So for me, best value play tonight is Ja Morant. Low value play, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of low value plays tonight. Okay. And there's a couple of them in my DraftKings lineup. But I will tell you that I love Derek Favors and I love Kent Bazemore. I like those 2 plays tonight. Very, very cheap. 3,600, 3,200 respectively. They will give you double-digit points tonight, I'm telling you, and you're going to thank me later. Now, let's get right to the lineup because I only go about 10, 15 minutes because, again, I want to get some bets in, got to get some parlays in before 7 o'clock, so we will do that. I won't do that here. I'm going to do that on my own, but I want to get the DFS slide going. So, again, I always start with the guys I picked. Okay, on the gambler. So when I look at that, number 1 is Joel Embiid. He is my guy. Okay, he's my guy that I'm wrapping my lineup around. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He's my guy I'm wrapping my lineup around. So I love. So let's see. I have to swing something around real fast here, so I can get this for you guys. Because I really like Derek Favors. And Derek Favors is only center eligible. So I have to see how I can fit him in here. And it's going to be tough. I might see now I'm going to have to make a judgment call here. We're going to get that in a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to go right off the bat with Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid to me, lockdown double digits tonight. Adam, as of now, they still have been listed as questionable. So again, NBA, everything can change. LeBron Hernangomez he's in my lineup right now for 3,900. I'm very good. The big boy is in my lineup. Okay, for 3,900. Okay, again, as of now, there is no injury report out on Hernangomez. I say Gomez all the time. The N's and the M's mess me up. We're just calling my man GH. So GH is in the lineup. And he's another great value tonight at 3,900. Okay, so he's in the lineup. So we got to stick with him right there in the center spot. So let's start off. Like I said, I'm going to go right from the top. My point guard, I'm going Steph Curry. Tonight, and here's the thing. So you guys know the way I do this is I was able to get 2 $10,000 players plus in the lineup tonight by taking guys like Hernangomez, Derek Favors, Kent Bazemore, guys that are really good value plays. So we're going to start off right away with Steph Curry. That's where we're going. So Steph Curry as our point guard. And then here's another one of those value plays. Wayne Ellington from Detroit. Now there's no Blake, right? They trade away Derrick Rose. So Ellington is pure shooter, man. Wayne Ellington is a pure shooter. Now, I get it. remember, you're going to look at points, and we're looking at DraftKings points. Okay, he's been consistent, 11 and a half, 11 and a quarter over last game. It's double-digit points, 3,100. Remember, you're paying bottom basement here, 3,100. But here's the deal. I keep saying this to everybody. He's like your fifth player in a traditional fantasy football lineup. You just want 10 for that fifth guy. So give me, if I'm going to start somebody at $3,000 or 3,100, just give me 10. And Wayne Ellington has consistently given double-digit points 3 of the last 4 games when he's played 20-plus minutes. So I'm in at Wayne Ellington at 3,100. He is a value play for me tonight. And then we're going to go with none other than another guy who I had in my Gambler 4 play today, which is Kent Bazemore. I love Kent Bazemore as a terrific, consistent value play. He plays on a Golden State team that plays fast-paced, up and down the court, okay? And I understand he played plus minutes last game because there was no Draymond, and Draymond is still questionable tonight, but he's still getting clock at 20 to 25 minutes, and he's still giving 20 points, okay? So he's giving you 20 points. He almost had a double-double the last game when he started. He's catching some eyes from Steve Kerr. He is a trusted veteran to come off the bench for that Golden State team who was still playing without James Wiseman. You guys have to remember that. So Bazemore plays a bigger role. Okay, so at 3,600, he's one of those plays I get in there because I'm going with Steph Curry and I'm going with Joel Embiid. Both in the lineup, both at big money. That's how I build, okay? And then we're going to go right to the man we mentioned. No, I can't forget him. Here's another guy. See, I have Pascal Siakam in my lineup tonight. Power forward at 7,700. I like Siakam. The last 3 games, he's been very good. I know he could be disappointing at times. I'm still not sure what Kyle Lowry's doing tonight, okay, because it still is early. But again, you're getting basically 50 points from Pascal Siakam tonight against a terrible Minnesota team. Going up against Cat, I understand, but that team is not good. Pascal Siakam should have no reason not to get you 50 points. And he actually, to me, is about $300 undervalued. I think he should be about $8,000 tonight. So I took that $300 and I helped that to my and you'll see why I gave that to my advantage, and you'll see who I'm talking about as we get down to the lineup. Then at center, we have our big guy, Mr. G.H. Hernan-Gomez from New Orleans. Right now, as I see, he's playing at 3,900. Tremendous value. 30 to 40 points you're looking to get tonight. Okay, he's going up against DeAndre Ayton. I think that game, the Phoenix-New Orleans game, is going to have a lot of scoring in that game. There's a lot of names. Look, you got Brandon Ingram, right? You have Lonzo Ball. You have Zion Williamson. You have Chris Paul. You have Devin Booker. You have DeAndre Ayton. So many names in that game, so there's going to be a lot of points scored. I do like Chris Paul, too, at 7,500. I think he's a good value as well. But next, we have the most electrifying guy I said yesterday in the NBA right now, and that's Ja Morant. Ja Morant, we got in the lineup again. Okay, we got in again. I love it. Jenna, what is up? Been a long time. I like that. How you doing? Celtics must start. I like it. Celtics all must start. Listen, Jason Tatum is a must start. I tell you that. Be careful with Jaylen Brown. The tendonitis in the knees acting up just a little bit. So same thing with Kemba Walker. So I think Jason Tatum is the guy for the Celtics. Adam, what game would you stay away from? That's a good one, man. That's a good one. I'll tell you what, looking at my lineup right now, listen, I mean, I really don't. The Denver-Cleveland game scares me. I'll tell you that because it has the blowout factor for me. Now, I was expecting that Denver watched the game for last night to have the blowout factor, but listen, they still have Bradley Beal out there balling, right? So that's the issue to me. They still have Westbrook out there. So we're talking about a Cleveland team that is the worst team in the NBA, completely decimated. And that's why I didn't pay for Jokic tonight. I have a bad feeling. Michael Porter Jr. really screwed over a lot of people the other day. He's kind of on my dead to me list. Okay. And the other thing I would say is Jamal Murray, I'm afraid of as well. So those plays tonight, I would stay away from the Denver-Cleveland game. Now, this could blow up in my face, but you know what? I would much rather get a consistent scoring output from Joel Embiid, okay, instead of paying that extra $400 to get Jokic, who may get sit early because of a blowout, right? Yeah, so who are your main three for tonight? The three you would use in all lineups. Don't touch Jazz. Clips going to be all defense. Yeah, that's another good point. I don't have anybody on the Jazz or the Clips in my lineup as well, because the Jazz eventually, even though they are the best team in the NBA, that eventually they're going to have to slow down a little bit. And depending on who's playing tonight for the Clips, again, it's early. You never know with these late reports and who you're going to get. Is it going to be, Kawhi? It's going to be Paul George. I think they're both playing. So if they're both playing, it's going to be a very big defensive game, just like he said. I completely agree with that. I do. I have nobody in that game, by the way, at all. So Vic wants to know, who are your main three for tonight, the three you would use in all lineups? Okay, so for me, the three I would use in all lineups is, I actually have four. I do. Steph Curry, I would use in all my lineups tonight going up against Orlando. I would use Ja Morant in all my lineups. I love that matchup against Detroit, and he's so undervalued. And Joel Embiid is just a complete monster. And there is nobody on the Chicago Bulls that's going to be able to hang with Joel Embiid. And regardless if Ben Simmons plays or not, Joel Embiid very easily is going to go for 32 to 35 and 12 to 15 rebounds tonight. I could definitely see a big-time double-double game from Joel Embiid creeping up on, if Ben's not playing, creeping up on a triple-double for the big man, because I'll tell you what, Seth Curry's been shooting the lights out the last couple days. Tobias Harris has been on a tear. So with those two guys shooting the lights out, Joel Embiid dishing out from down below on the box. Tell you what, man, I'd love to see that number. It's probably like plus 800, plus 900 for a triple-double for Embiid. That could be a really good moneymaker right there. But I'm not the big bet man, so I don't want to steer you guys wrong. I bet every now and then, but I'm a big fantasy guy. That's about it. Andre, yeah, let's go. Bounce back. Bounce back is the get back. Absolutely, Andre, coming back hard tonight. Coming back hard. I was going perfection all week, and then boom, blew up in my face. So tonight, we're coming back. We're coming back with a vengeance. Andre, that was Jenna. She snuck in there, man. She snuck in and she snuck out. She hit us with the Celtics, and then boom, she was gone. I like it. I absolutely like it. So here's, I'm going to go over the lineup again. We're going to end this nice and early, 6 o'clock, so we can get our bets in, get our lineups in. Remember, 7 o'clock tip. Let's go. Again, the Friday foreplay. Let's remember, the Friday foreplay, okay, is Joel Embiid, Ja Morant, and two value picks, Kent Bazemore, Derek Favors. They're my foreplay for tonight. Now, for my actual lineup, here we go. Let's go over this one more time, because here's the thing. We had to make an adjustment here, okay, because I can't get Derek Favors in the lineup, okay, because I can't get Derek Favors in the lineup. I have to pull a little mulligan here and go a different direction. I'll tell you that in a second. So we're going to Steph Curry, point guard, 10-1. Wayne Ellington, shooting guard, 3,100. Kent Bazemore, 3,600, small forward. Power forward, Pascal Siakam, 7,700. Center, big man, Mr. Hernan Gomez for the New Orleans Pelicans, 3,900. Guard, Ja Morant, for me, honestly, the most electrifying young player in the NBA for 7,400. One of the best values on the slate tonight, in my opinion. Ja Morant at our guard. Utility guy is Joel Embiid. He is the cleanup guy at 10-7. He's an easy double-double guy tonight. And the mulligan we had to pull, instead of Derek Favors, for 3,300, we're going to go with Jaden McDaniels from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Again, that Toronto-Minnesota game, there's going to be some points scored. Minnesota's going to be playing from behind. Okay, and again, he just played 37 minutes last game. Okay, so this is something you have to look for, right? This is the watch and lock, right? So he hasn't been terrible. 24 gets him 22. 18 gets him 15. 18 got him 7. That was the big game. Then his value drops down to 3,200. and he gets 25 because he plays 37. Now, tonight, I think he plays 25 to 30, in my opinion, because Malik Beasley should return tonight. Okay, so Malik Beasley is in the lineup. He's going to get most of those minutes. But even if J.D. McDaniels drops down to 25, I think he absolutely gives you double-digit points. And I mean upper echelon double-digit, like 15 to 20. And for 3,300, listen, if you could here you go. J.D. McDaniels gives you 15 and Ellington gives you 15. If you can get 30 points for 33 and 31 for 6,400, you do it, man. I'm telling you, 30 plus potential. Okay, that's what you do. That's how you get guys like Joel Embiid in your lineup and Stephen Curry. That's how you get them in your lineup. Okay, that's how you get them in. Okay, I've answered that. Andre, yeah, Rich checking in. Let's go get them in. Rich, as always, Rich, get them in, buddy. Get them in. And anybody who's watching on YouTube, hit this. The best way you can help us at Heat Ratio Sports to see all of our content. We are live 1, 2, 3 times a day sometimes. So many different unique personalities. Okay, get them in tonight to the wire. Our man JD Oracle got a special guest talking all things NFL and college. Me, myself, check me out. I will be on the 4th and John Network tonight. Okay, I will be on the 4th of July Network tonight talking fantasy football for NFL Draft, which I cannot wait on the Soko Show. Cannot wait for that. Vic getting the list. No McGee with Cleveland or Bet. Oh, I don't like anybody from Cleveland. I would definitely go Ben Bray with Toronto. 100%. I was looking at Ben Bray for my lineup. I just didn't pull the trigger. He just didn't get in there. But he was one of the guys I actually liked. I was looking at Ben Bray. I like him. He gets some really good reviews. I like that game. Okay, so when you look at that game as a whole, I do think that's going to be a high-scoring game because I think Toronto jumps out. Minnesota, they get Beasley back. They may be able to hold up. But, listen, Ben Bray at 3,100 is another really good value. If you look at it, he's another double-digit guy. We talk about that, right? Talk about double-digit points. Now, he played 37 minutes against Milwaukee last night. And the other thing you want to look at is the back-to-back potential, right? You want a back-to-back. Toronto has a big win against Milwaukee, a highly defensive effort against one of the better teams in the NBA. How much did that weigh on their legs? So maybe a guy like Bembry comes in and plays a little more minutes tonight. Okay, maybe he, even though I have Siakam in the lineup, I would kind of lean towards not putting Ben Bray with Siakam only because I like going inside and out on my teams. I don't like drafting two guys that play the interchangeable positions down low. I'd much rather I would start Joel Embiid, or I'll tell you, I would start Draymond Green and Steph Curry. That I love that 1-2 punch because I have a guy down low and I have a guy outside. So that's kind of my logic when I do these lineups. So yeah, Ben Bray's a good play too. I would not touch JaVale McGee. I wouldn't touch McGee. I wouldn't touch anybody from Cleveland right now tonight in that game, honestly. Unless maybe you get Osman. Maybe you talk about Osman's 4,800. So do you want to spend 4,800 on Osman? So that's where you have to start looking at values. All right, you have to start looking at values. Do you want to spend 4,800 on Osman? Right? I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to spend 4,800 on Osman. So what I do is I'll tell you what I do. I always go to the all. Okay. And what I do is I look and I see, okay, who is available in a sense at 4,800, right? So if you're looking at Osman, and I bring him up because we just talked about Cleveland, right? So go down the list, you look at him, he's 4,800. So now look at who's surrounding him, right? I would 100% start my man Jay Crowder over C.D. Osman. I would start Seth Curry over C.D. Osman. Okay? I would start both those guys. I would actually look and start Dwayne Bacon over C.D. Osman tonight, to be honest with you. I'm not an Osman guy. I know he's had a couple good games. I don't like that Denver spot. I just don't like that Denver-Cleveland game tonight. It just scares me. So anyway, as always, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Let's get those lines in. Let's get those bets in. I hope everybody cashed tonight. Look at us, check us out here, Heat Ratio Sports Network, all the fantastic personalities. Check myself out on Twitter at Cutillo23 for all the DFS talk and the fantasy talk. Get it in. Fantasy Firebox on Wednesdays, me, Dan Green, and we usually have a special guest. John Coker will be back very, very soon. Had some family issues to attend to. But for right now, let's cast those money lineups in. Let me know how you made out, and we'll catch you back right here probably sometime tomorrow for the Saturday night games. All right, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy. And remember, hit that subscribe button.